Okay, I'm back. Since there was a bit disturbance in the system, and yes, now I'm back. So, there, please join quickly. And if my voice is clear, is my voice clear? Okay, I'm back. Since there was a bit disturbance in the system, and yes, now I'm back. So, and I hope the camera is not working as of now because due to the low battery. Okay, so so let us continue. Okay, let us continue. As of April 2026, where we have finished. Yeah, as of April 2026, how many total Ramsar sites, wet or wetland of international importance are recognized in India? So the options are 75, 85, 99, or 105. And it says India has seen a rapid expansion of Ramsar. Let me make it little bigger so that you can clearly, if you wanted to take this screenshot also, you can take it. It says India has seen a rapid expansion of its Ramsar sites list to promote the conservation of wetland. Wetlands are designed as Ramsar sites under the 1971 Convention for being internationally significant in terms of ecology, botany, and hydrology. The recent addition of sites in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu in early 2026 pushed the number up to 99. So the option is 99. Now moving to the next section, that is international affairs. Um, that is Lee Jae-myung. Okay, Lee Jae-myung, who visited India in April 2026 to sign the digital bridge framework, is the president of which country? Is the president of which country? North Korea, South Korea, who recently visited India for signing the digital bridge framework. Is the president from North Korea. Okay, president from North Korea. I will not South Korea. It's not North Korea, South Korea. Yes. The next question. Moving on to the next question. Anthony Albanese, who recently secured the second term in office, is the prime minister of which nation? Anthony Albanese, who recently secured a second term in the office, is the president of which country? New Zealand, United Kingdom, Australia, or Canada? So Albanese led the Labour Party. It is from Australia. See, the Labour Party, it is located in Australia and, since 2020, 2026. Okay. Now I'll not go for much explanation because 30 questions it takes a lot of time. If you are watching from YouTube, please to subscribe the channel, and if you are watching from the Facebook, please feel free to follow the page. Both the live is going together, and those who are watching from Facebook, most welcome. Now, next question, question number six. Actually, this is the continuous questions from the previous live, and I hope you all are getting it. Let me check it out. How many of you, if you are commenting, yes, if you are commenting, please to keep commenting. Okay. If you have any queries and all, I'm just pin posting a message. You can just see to it. Um, yes, those who have joined, you can just keep on commenting and let us continue. I hope the things are clear to you all. Voice is very clear or not? If any disturbance is there, let me know. So, who was recently elected as the Prime Ministers of Trinidad and Tobago in April 2026? The next question: who was recently elected as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago? The country Trinidad and Tobago has a very good connection with India, and the name is Kamla Prasad Bisesar or Mia Motli or Samia Suluhu or Sheikh Hasina. Sheikh Hasina is was from Bangladesh, and now uh, her period has gone. So it is the Kamla Prasad Bisesar, and it says after a high stake election, Kamla Prasad Bisesar returned to lead the Caribbean nation. This is significant for India as Trinidad and Tobago has a large Indian diaspora. What is diaspora? It is Trinidadians make up roughly 35% of population. Okay, moving on to the next question is from science and technology. I am taking all these questions from the blog post. This is my own blog post, Questback Education. So those who are visiting, you can also follow the Questbug education blog so that you can get all the updates there. Even after this live session, you can also go and read this question, and different pages are there uploaded. You can also join there. That's completely free and dedicated to especially to the students from all over the world. Okay, so I just let us move on to the next question. Which country launched Hull 096? Currently, the world's largest battery power electric ship. Again, this is a wonderful question. Which country launched a Hull 096? Currently, the world's largest battery powered electric ship. Norway, Australia, China, or USA? The option. And it says built by Enact Tasmania in Australia. So obviously the answer is Australia. This is 130-meter catamaran is what is this? Breakthrough in maritime decarbonization. Okay, and it works on the battery. The answer is Australia. Next question. Moving on to the next question. The Indian Institute of Tropical Meteorology, okay, IITM, recently commissioned an X-band Doppler weather radar. X-band weather radar. What is the primary advantage of X-band? What is the what is the primary advantage of X-band? And the options are longest range detection, lowest cost of operation, high resolution monitoring, short range, or ability to see through the Earth's crust. What is the option? Let us see. It says X-band radars operate at high frequencies, 8 to 12 gigahertz, okay, which allows them to detect smaller particles like water droplets and light snow with extreme precision. Okay, while they have a shorter range than S-band radars, they are much better at seeing through heavy rain in hilly terrains. So the answer is high resolution monitoring at short range. Resolution monitoring at short range. Now, next question. These questions are very much important, and it's a current questions. Recently, all these questions are recent questions. Okay, so you must be updated with all these questions, and time and again you can go back and read all the details that is posted in Questback blog post. It is completely dedicated for the students, so you can just go and freely. You may like it or you may follow it. Also, there the options are there that left side, so you can go. Now, which fintech company became the first private sector entity to ensure or to secure direct membership in the RBI's Central Payment System (CPS)? Central Payment System (CPS). whether it is Roger Pay, PhonePe, PayPoint India, or Bharat Pay. Which fintech company became the first private sector entity to secure direct membership in RBI's CPS or Central Payment System? Look at this. The answer is PayPoint India. PayPoint India became the direct member of RBI's CPS. It can also use the RTGS and NEFT, even being the private sector. They can also use RTGS and NEFT in terms of transferring funds. Okay. Next question. Moving on to the next question. Moving on to the next question, it says sports from the sports, and you will definitely enjoy. You are going to enjoy this one. Who was honored with the Laureus World Sportsman of the Year award in April 2026? So, who was honored with the Laureus World Sportsman in the year Laureus World Sportsman of the Year award in April 2026. That is Djokovic or Carlos Alcaraz or Lionel Messi or Max Verstappen. So the option is Carlos Alcaraz. He is World Sportsman of the Year. It is also equal to the Oscar of Sports award. See, Carlos Alcaraz is the option. Is my voice clear? Those who are watching from different parts, you can just like the live, and it says please subscribe. To, nobody has commented. You can like the channel, like the live, and you can just subscribe the channel. Which state finished at the top of the medal tally in the seventh Hello India Youth Games? K Kiag or Kick, that's Hello India Youth Games. Which state finished the top one? And whether it is Haryana, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, or Karnataka? And the answer is Maharashtra. Maharashtra bagged almost 150 medals in the recent games. Okay, those who are watching from Facebook, most welcome, and you can just keep watching from the YouTube. The link is given there directly. You can, if you want, and if my voice is clear, let me know. So, thank you so much. Next question. Moving on to the next question. Madrid will host the first Formula One street race in decade starting in 2026. This circuit is unique because it is a what? It is a permanent desert track, hybrid street circuit, or underground racing tunnel, or ice-based racing track. What kind of track it is? Madrid will host its first Formula One street race in decades starting in 2026. And you'll have to say, alright, what kind of track it is? The answer is hybrid street circuit. Hybrid street circuit. Now, next, moving on to the next question. I'll not go for much explanation since it is already there in the quest or blog post. You can go. This section is from schemes and governance. Okay, the Namaste scheme, which aims for zero fatalities in sanitation work. See, zero fatalities in sanitation work is is a joint initiative of which ministries? This is from India, okay, and you will have to answer keeping in mind that Indian governance. Uh, See, it says the Namaste scheme, which aims for zero fatalities in cooperative affairs or corporate affairs or education and skill development. Look at here, the Namaste stands for National Actions for Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem. Mechanized Sanitation Ecosystem is a joint initiative to achieve zero fatalities in sanitation work by providing work with safety gear, machinery, and health insurance. The scheme aims to replace manual cleaning of sewers and septic tanks with mechanized processes to ensure dignity and safety for sanitation workers. And it is quite relating to these to this topic, these manual scavengers, the manual scavengers who clean the drains, the septic tanks, and carry the human waste on their head, and which is very much detestable work by all kinds of community. Even till today, we see the educated people often keep distance with these PWD workers, which is a completely highly detestable action taken by our society, even being educated. Often, most of the time, we neglect these group D workers, saying their uncleanliness. But the thing is, the reality, ground reality is they also need support. They are also human beings. And whenever we see them, please to behave with them with love and care. And yes, they also do require a lot of support from the society so that they are also being recognized as a part of the mainstream of life, right? So, social justice and housing and urban affairs. This department has launched this zero fatalities in sanitation work with technology, with the modern technology. That's a good move, I would say, from the governance, government. Now, next, the SEED scheme. The SEED scheme, recently discussed by the Ministry of Social Justice, focuses on economic empowerment of which group? Again, this is a very good question. The SEED scheme, recently discussed by the Ministry of Social Justice, focuses on the economic power of which group? Rural women entrepreneurs, denotified nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes, or startups in the tech sector, or ex-servicemen. In which group, for which group this has been introduced, the SAID scheme. Now, say the scheme for economic development of DNTs, SAID targets communities that were notified as criminals during British rule and remain socially marginalized. It provides four pillars for support: free competitive exam coaching, health insurance via Ayushman Bharat, small scale livelihood grants, and housing assistance for the nomadic tribes. So the option definitely it is for the nomadic tribe. It says notified nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes. This scheme has been the SID scheme has been launched for those who have found guilt and criminal during the British period, and those tribes has been notified now, and this scheme is launched for them, including the competitive exam coaching, making them to come up with the making them to participate, coming up for the participation in competitive exams, and joining the mainstream of life. And we know the tribal community in India is still today is looked after by the educated sectors and others. They are not the part of the mainstream of life. But then now the scenario is changing slowly as development is taking place. Government is looking after them. So that's a very good move. Now the ninth edition of Indian International Water Week. Ninth edition of Indian International Water Week, IIWW, was held in April 2026 in which city? In which city the ninth edition of Indian International Water Week was held? New Delhi, Bangalore, Varanasi, or Ahmedabad? See, it is the explanation. The first part it says New Delhi in the ninth brought together global experts to discuss partnership and cooperations for inclusive water development. The answer is New Delhi. Moving on to the next question. This is defense and security. Okay, the INSLN Divex 2026 is a joint diving exercise conducted between the navies of India and which country? The IN, that always IN stands for India. Okay, INSLN Divex 2026 is jointly diving exercise is a joint diving exercise conducted between the navies of India and which country? If you know the answer, you can Just type the answer. Singapore, Sri Lanka, then Seychelles and South Africa. So the answer is obviously it is Sri Lanka. Okay, obviously it is Sri Lanka. It says the held off the coast of Colombo. The exercise involved divers from the Indian Navy and the Sri Lankan Navy. It focuses on underwater salvage, bomb disposal, and search of rescue operations. The Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness. Again, Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness (IPMDA) initiative is a satellite-based tracking system supported by which group? It is supported by which group? Which group supported? G20, Quad, ASEAN, or BRICS? These all are the different groups. Which group supports this? The Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness (IPMDA). Let us see. The IPMDA was launched by the Quad. The answer is Quad. Already it is given members India, US, Japan, Australia. Okay, the Quad members, the Quad group includes these countries India, US, Japan, and Australia to provide near real time satellite data to countries in the Indo Pacific. Okay, it helps monitoring drug shipping vessel with transponder turned off. Okay, and illegal fishing, ensuring a free and open Indo-Pacific through enhanced regional maritime security. Okay, the option is Quad. Already it has been discussed. Next is section 7. It deals with economy. Let us see non-deliverable forward NDF. Okay, non-deliverable forward transactions recently in the news are primarily used for. The question it says non-deliverable forward NDF transactions. It was recently in the news are primarily used for what? It says physical delivery of commodities, cash settled currency derivatives, or stock market long term investment, or real estate land transfer. Let's see the explanation as well as it says an NDF. The answer is it is cash settled currency derivatives. Is a short term cash settled currency forward contract. Since the Indian rupee is not fully convertible, offshore investors use NDF to hedge against the volatility without specially exchanging the currency. So that is the feature. Okay, next, moving on to the question number 19. Which public sector bank recently partnered with Kiwi app to offer UPI linked credit card? Kiwi is also an app. It is helping you to withdraw money from credit card. Credit card is a bit difficult process. If you are using credit card and withdrawing the money from the ATM, it charges very highly. But if you use like Amazon Pay and adding money from the credit card, you can only have the charge of 2.5%. Okay, and that's a very good thing. See, using credit card has opportunity to handle money properly or managing your crisis. It gives 45 days of free chargeable time period. For example, like if you are withdrawing 5,000 rupees from your credit card, they will charge only 2.5% during the transition. That is a processing fee. But then and then the day your bill generates from there, you will have 15 days of time to repay. If you pay within the date, you will only pay the amount that you have taken and no charge further charge for it, and it's completely free. 45 days. There are many tricks. There are many things also. If you do not know how to damage to your suppose you have withdrawn 5,000 rupees from the credit card by using Amazon Pay, or even this good if some shops are having the withdrawal machine to with minimum amount. You should never pay minimum amount. You must pay the total amount, and within an hour you can again withdraw, so that you can get an advance of more than 45 days. If you are wise, you just deposit the full, and then in the next hour again you can withdraw the full amount. So that will generate in the next. Yes. So the answer is, well, the question again. I was just explaining about the economic. I do speak little bit on economical maintenance and all, finance maintenance, and also, since I am also a very good user of this credit card, I knew the situation, so I just spoken to you all. You can use credit card. Okay, which public sector bank recently partnered questions, and you all should know it. You must know it. There are many apps in Google also which allows you to have different terms and conditions. Okay, withdrawing money. So one of the best app I ever found is Amazon Pay. You can withdraw money from credit card by using Amazon Pay, and from Amazon Pay you can transfer it freely to anywhere, to your banking, any private app and all. So it says Punjab National Bank. Lot of about it. PNB has combined with this QE app and allows PNB credit card to be linked with QE and used as UPI. Whether it is Rupee card, see there are different things between two differences between Rupee card and the Visa card or Mastercard. Rupee card is always, it is a free sites, okay, and while you are paying from Rupee card, you are not charged. But if you are paying from Visa cards or Mastercards, they are chargeable always. Okay, so remember, Rupee card, and if you are using Rupee credit card, I would definitely recommend you the State Bank as well as the HDFC Bank. No other bank. HDFC Bank has a very good process or transaction process. So HDFC service centers, in a sense, customer care, are always supportive. Very good. I would recommend that. It says, now moving on to the next question. This cultural seed day is observed on April 26 to promote what? International Seed Day is, and the explanation is already coming down there. Art conservation, digital literacy, seeds sovereignty, and biodiversity, or national vaccination. International Seed Day is observed for what? The day advocates for the rights of farmers to save, use, exchange, and sell farm saved seed. Okay, it is basically for the farmers, and as a wonderful scheme actually. Okay, it says, or this day is celebrated. Um, it opposes the uh, patenting of life forms and promotes biodiversity. In 2026, its focus was on climate resilient seeds to ensure food security and global warming affects traditional crops gained across the various agroclimate zones. The answer is seed sovereignty and biodiversity. The Seed Day is celebrated, or the International Seed Day is observed on April 2026. It is for seed sovereignty and biodiversity, right? Moving on to the next question. Trishul Puram, famous for its grand elephant processions, uh, and that is Kudamatam, is celebrated in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, or Odisha, or Telangana. Obviously, by the name you can understand. It can be, the major two options can be. Okay, it is in Kerala. Major two options always comes with Tamil Nadu and Kerala, because yes, they do honor the bravest um, by making them sitting on the elephant, and then walking on the road. So that's an honor for them. So Kudamatam is celebrated in Tamil Nadu. Okay. Next, this is which tiger reserve sets up a polling booth for just five voters to ensure 100% participation. This is a very funny and interesting question. Which tiger reserve set up a polling booth for just five voters to ensure 100% participation? That is Mudumalai, Sri Villu Puttur, or Megamalai. or Annamalai or Bandipur? Which national park set up a polling booth? This is a very interesting question. Okay, so let us see. The election commission set up a dedicated polling station inside the Sri Villuputtur Megamalai Tiger Reserve. The answer is you already got. The answer is Sri Villuputtur Megamalai Tiger Reserve for just five registered voters living in deep forest settlement. That's a very interesting information. Okay, and you should all should be updated. The answer you already got it. Moving on to the next question, 23. Who won the Laureus World Sportsmanship of the year 2026? Again, this is a repeated question, and you must be enjoying knowing the answers. Okay, it is Iga Swiatek or Ariana Sabalenka or Simon Biles or Katie Ledecky. So these are one international names are very hard to pronounce often. Okay, that is Ariana Sabalenka was recognized for her mental resilience and sea dominance on the court, particularly her back-to-back success in a major championship, right? So the answer is Ariana Sabalenka. Okay, Ariana Sabalenka. Now the next one, the Vosges wetland. Again, the Vosges wetland. It is also a repeated question from the Ramsar, the wetland for international interest. Okay, which includes the upper and lower lakes, Chota Lake and Bada Lake. Again, it is coming from Bhopal. Okay, Madhya Pradesh. Bhopal is located in Madhya Pradesh and is located in which state? Definitely, it is Madhya Pradesh. Just now we had this question, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, the next question. Moving on to the next question. What is the target year for India to achieve 1 crore artificial recharge structures under the Jal Shakti initiative? What is the target year? What is the target year for India to achieve 1 crore artificial recharge structures under the Jal Shakti initiatives? Very good question. It's a very good question. Let's see. May 2025, May 2026, December 2026, or March 2027. In by which year India is going to achieve 1 crore artificial recharge structure under the Jal Shakti initiative? And let us say during India's international, this is May 2026, by next month, okay? Um, by the coming month, today is 28, okay? By the coming month, India is going to achieve 1 crore artificial recharge structures under the Jal Shakti. During India's International Water Week, it was reaffirmed that under the catch the rain, that is rain harvesting, okay, the government aims to complete 1 crore artificial recharge structures like check dams and recharge peaks by May 2026 to help replenish groundwater levels in 250 water stressed districts across the country. That's a wonderful step. Okay, what happens in this? The rainwater will be captured and reaches like the wells which are dried up completely. They will just recharge with water again. It simply means they will pour the water there and will make sure that the area is having plenty of groundwater or the water level is coming up. So that's a very good move, and it's 1 crore artificial recharge structures. It's a huge achievement. The government is going to complete it by May 2026. Okay, next is a Reprina, okay, who recently, not Reprina, the pronunciation is often hinders, okay. Reprina, who recently announced his retirement at the age of 42, is a legendary player in which sport? Okay, I'll have to hide the option, not option, the explanation, so that you may not give the answers. I Those who are watching, you can continuously just like the live. Okay, moving on to the Reperina, who recently announced his retirement at the age of 42, is a legendary player from which sport? Tennis, football, cricket, or basket? Look at the option. Let us look at the option. It is football. Okay, the Spanish say is the Spanish goalkeeper Aki, member of the golden generation that won the 2010 FIFA World Cup and to European Championship. Okay, retired after a career spanning of 24 years. He played the elite clubs like Liverpool, Barcelona, and Villarreal. Okay, and as a legendary player. So he announces. Now, question number 27. I'll slowly move on to the last question quickly. What is the biological name of the honey badger? Badger. In the first question, if you remember, honey badger is a very important species for the honeybees. Okay, recently spotted in Keoni Sanctuary in Madhya Pradesh, right? That is many. Meliovora capensis or Panthera leo, Ursus arctos or Canis lupus. That's a very difficult name, scientific name. Let us see. This is Meliovora. Capensis is the name of this honey badger. Next is the seed scheme for nomadic tribes. It is always repeated. Again, it is repeated by which union minister? Who tribes is merged by which union minister? Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of Rural Development, or Ministry of Home Affairs. It is Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment merges these schemes because it is specially designed to handle the welfare of and the development of the marginalized groups like denotified nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes. DNT. You again another question can be raised from here. What did you understand by what is the full form of DNTs? That is denotified and semi-nomadic tribes who, who often fall through gaps of traditional reservation and welfare system? That's a wonderful question. Okay. The answer you must have got the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Next question. Why is the X-band radar preferred for monitoring weather in mountainous regions? Now, what is the X-band? X-band radar. It is a better radar than the S-band radar. Okay, for the climate, weather and climate monitoring, weather and climate. It says it can be detected signals from 500 kilometer away. It provides high precision for short range localized weather. This is the right answer. Okay, I believe it provides high precision for short range localized weather. It uses less electricity than other radars, or it is the only radar that work at night. The X-band Doppler, okay, provides high precision for short range localized weather, as I said it. Okay, and highly sensitive, and the shorter wavelength allows them to detect minute changes in the cloud pattern and moisture. Okay, that is why the X band radars are very much important in terms of monitoring weather and climate. Now, moving to the next question, it says, which country owned the SAF under 19 South Asian Football Federation? The full form is South Asian Football Federation under 19 Championship. It is India. Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Pakistan. The answer is India. Under 19, they won. Okay. Now, next is that's all for the day. It was the question number 30 questions. So, we have covered 13 questions, and I will just stop it. But before that, let me go back and introduce you this blog post quest bug. For example, if you are just going to Google search, just type quest bug education. You will get all the details. Look at here. This the first blog post. This is the blog post, and it is dedicated for all the students and those who are preparing for UPSC and competitive exams. Also, you'll find Questbug Facebook channel. It is also as there, and Questbug Education channel. All these three are mine. At the first page, it is showing, and it's completely free for you all. You can at any time you can refer back to this if you are finding this live suitable, you can just like it. Thank you so much for being with me for almost 1 hour, I hope so. I'll just now stop it. Okay, I'll just stop it. It's not getting stopped.